Hello, this is James Hunter. I'm doing an update video today for my fitness in my 50s video series, where I'm going to be doing videos and discussions about just my body composition goals and performance measures, like physical fitness performance measures, things I challenge myself to still do as an individual in their 50s. So this video today, I'm going to just touch base with where I'm at with my body composition goal. Now, September 6th, I did a baseline video, and I'm going to stick it up here in a little bit. And then I put an other update video as well already since then, kind of like where I've already where I'm at since just a short period of time, and not even a little over a week later. So today it's been 19 days, since my baseline video on September 6th. Today is September 25th. Now, my diet, the way I'm approaching things right now, which I'm going to touch on in this video, throughout my life, particularly in my 40s and even up to the age of when I turned 52 years ago, I'm 52 now, I had a different way of dieting depending on what my goal was. If I was competing in a NPC bodybuilding contest, I had a probably, if you want to say, more aggressive approach to my diet in terms of a timeline to expedite getting lean quicker. However, because I'm not trying to get lean for a bodybuilding contest right now, I'm just basically want to walk it back with my midsection, my waist, because I talk about thresholds in this video series. How far does a person let themselves go in terms of getting a bit overweight or carrying too much body fat? How far you can let yourself go before you decide to intervene and start adjusting things again, dial it back, adjust your diet, get more focus, get back on track, if you will, if you just want to use that way of speaking about it. So I've done this throughout my life. Sometimes I will gain a bit more fat around the midsection. The way I carry fat, it tends to be more around my waist. You want to say love handles, if you want to use that way of speaking about it, that's fine. So for me, yeah, my arms, shoulders, back, legs will be fine. I'll have definition and appear lean in those areas as far as aesthetics are concerned, but not the stomach. If I'm not careful, I start getting a belly, if you want to say beer belly. I'm not drinking beer, but just an expression like a beer belly, right? So if my situation, yeah, I intervened. I said, okay, enough is enough, getting too fat. So I'm going to put my video up over here. You'll see it. Here's the baseline, September 6th. You'll see when I start relaxing and let my stomach hang out. Yeah, it's not too good. It's like that's no bueno for me. No bueno, no good. So I'm like, okay, it's time to adjust my diet. So Monday through Friday, here's basically what I'm doing. It's pretty simple. No, not a mystery here, right? So I pull my carbs way back. So I might I carb cycle. I might take in a little carbs depending on what my workouts are during the week, the physical demands on my body. So maybe I will do I'll have like a shoulder steak. I like shoulder steaks, so I'll have cook that, red meat shoulder steak, cook it on a virgin olive oil and an iron skillet, and I'll get about half a cup of rice in there to cook it with my meal, right? So I'll do about a half a cup of rice. My other carbs may be oats. I'll do maybe as much as a half a cup or a cup of oats, or a sweet potato, small to medium sized sweet potato. So when I do my carb intake, it's going to be typically middle of the day, anywhere between noon, no later than 3 p.m. That's when it's my window for taking my carbs in. Up until that point, I'm typically going to do protein and fats. I a lot of times do not even eat breakfast. I get up about 3:50 a.m. For sure by 4 a.m. I'm already up. I get to the gym to work out from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's my window of time at the gym. So when I get home, I have other things going on, and I might eat breakfast before I start work. I don't do that all the time. And if I do eat breakfast early, then it might be 2 to 3 whole eggs, pretty simple. And it's just protein and fats. That's it. Now, if I do not eat breakfast, and I may wait till, noon, and then I'll have the shoulder steak, for example. I might throw in some green beans, which are not complex carbs, but there might be broccoli. If it is a carb day, just like I said, it might be a white rice, the sweet potato. I might throw in some oats. Why not? To me, I'm on a mission. I don't care about how well everything necessarily needs to look like it fits together on the plate. So as far as my other sources of protein, for dinner, it may be chicken breasts. No surprise, a lot of chicken breast people out there. When I competed for bodybuilding contests, I was all about that chicken breast business. Every day, two of my at least lunch and dinner would be chicken breast. So I do that. Lean ground turkey. You can get 99% fat free. You don't have to go that lean. You can get it 93% if you want, and so on. So I do the lean ground turkey. So it's red meat, the shoulder steak, chicken breast, lean ground turkey, and I may do cottage cheese as well, and chop up some pineapples. I buy a whole pineapple and chop it up. So I'll get some pineapple chunks, mix it in with my cottage cheese. Snacks for me might be pickles. I eat some pickles, low calorie, nothing to worry about there. And I might do popcorn sometimes, right? Popcorn's not super high. The net carbs are almost minimal to nothing. And it's not going to be super high or even high on the glycemic index, like the more starchier carbohydrates, and even especially the refined ones, right? Junk foods that really cause your body's insulin to spike up. So my strategy just follows some simple rules. I do not want to spike insulin or my body to release a lot of insulin. In the evening when I'm kind of getting ready I'm going to go to bed, right? I go to bed at 8 p.m. So I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to eat for sure. There's no eating after 6 p.m. Sometimes I might stop eating after 5 p.m. So you can call it time restricted fasting, right? If I just have a window of time when I'm eating. So my approaches are pretty straightforward, and I'm doing some cardio. I run a mile for time. I do jumping jacks, jump rope. I do things essentially to get my heart rate up, to keep my heart strong, the intensity, right? A lot of ways you can approach taking care of your cardiovascular health and fitness. You don't necessarily need to run on a treadmill for 60 minutes, right? So that's a whole other conversation, a video. So my approach, it's not rocket science, it's straightforward. Yes, my calories are less than they were before I started, dialing my food back or getting it back, a bit more strategic, if you will. I was just kind of eating as much. I was eating a bit more when I wanted to, and even if you're eating reasonably healthy, even healthy foods, if you eat too much of them, you're in a positive balance with those calories. You're not burning them all, so you store fat. So there's that situation. So you're gonna see in this video here, I'll put it up again, the baseline, and then we put over here, or on the other side rather, my video this morning, right? You'll see where I'm at. This is after I worked out. I drink a lot of water when I work out, so it's not like when you wake up in the morning and you feel a bit empty and even maybe even a bit flatter or tighter in the waist, right? So this is by my locker at the gym, and so you'll see there is a difference 19 days later from my baseline video, September 6th. My waist, it is smaller. I still have fat that I'm going to lose, but you'll see that when I relax, let my stomach come out, it's significantly smaller from the side and the front. From behind, you can see those, if you want to call them, so a little bit of love handle action there. But that's typically where I store fat, and it's like it gets smaller, less over time, and it's the last to go. The first to come, last to go. So here we are, 19 days later from when I started this journey to get my hip and waist ratio better, smaller waist. I want to have if you want to say ripped definition, you'll be able to see my abdominal muscles by reducing my body fat. So probably I'm gonna guess 5 weeks, 6 weeks. Yeah, there should be even a much more substantial difference. On the weekends, like this weekend, I'm gonna be very honest. I don't call them cheat meals. Cheat meal has an antagonistic connotation or a negative connotation. I'm cheating, like I'm doing something wrong. Well, flexible meals, you're not doing anything wrong if you're 90-95% consistent for the week. So yeah, on Saturday I might have a small bag of M&Ms, which is essentially what, peanuts, right, with a chocolate covered shell. Yeah, I might do a small bag of M&Ms on a Saturday, and that's it. And I'll do it in the middle of the day, and even at the end of the day, my calories are still reasonably low. So that will be my flexible day to maybe have a little bit of a treat, if you will. You get the idea. So these, my before, the baseline, September 6th, and then where I'm at over here on this side, if I get the finger pointing right for the video, you'll see my video today. So we all carry body fat different. A lot of people, if they see me in a tank top, right, like right now, I've already changed some things for the better already. And a tank top during a workout, people are going to see me as lean. They're going to think that I have good definition. They're not going to have any idea if I'm wearing a tank top that's loose around the waist. They're not going to have any idea that I have fat like that on my stomach. They wouldn't know unless I took my shirt off, and they're like, oh, wow, never realized, you can gain fat. This one individual I know at the gym was mentioning genetics and things like that, which I can appreciate. Genetics are part of the situation, but I like, I have a good genetics, if you will, bone structure. My metabolism, if I get a plan and stay consistent, will still respond good for my age at 52. But make no mistake, if I consume too many calories, more than I'm going to burn every day, and I stay in a positive energy balance, I will get fat. And if I just keep it going on, and I never intervene, I never walk it back, I will be fat. My genetics and my situation will not stop that from happening. So my genetics do not compel me for what I'm going to place value on. My discipline, genetics do not wake me up at 3:50 a.m. in the morning. Genetics do not compel me to then decide to change what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my body, etc. So these are more like behavior, right? Our behaviors make a huge difference. So without my behaviors that are, and what I prioritize as a function of my values, I would be fat. There's people in my family that share same chromosomes, got them from the same place I did, that different situations going on based on what they made a priority and how they take care of their physical health. So I'm just throwing that out there, right? It's not just genes. Genes don't wake your ass up in the morning to go to the gym. So anyways, so this is where I'm at. If you have any comments, questions about anything to do with, weight loss, losing body fat, any opinions about this, that's fine. Feel free to drop a comment below. I will be putting out more specific details about my diet, and I'll be doing some body composition stuff with a skin caliper down the road once I'm a bit leaner, and see what my body fat eventually gets to, right? Because right now I'm going by the mirror, and I'm gradually losing weight, losing fat, rather, is a better way to say it. I'm gradually losing body fat day to day, week to week, so I do not lose muscle, number one. I don't have to lose strength and energy. I have plenty of strength. I feel good. I do not need to feel weak. So yeah, there's no super big rush here. So steady does it. Over time, we'll get the job done. It'll get the job done. So have a plan, but work the plan. That's the whole point. And for some who may be wondering, no, I'm not drinking alcohol. No beer, no whiskey, bourbon, etc. When I get serious to get lean and get my physical fitness back to another level again, I do not drink alcohol. Alcohol 100% undermines that process. And there's things that could be said about how alcohol affects your hormones, like for men, right? It'll lower your testosterone, actually, and cause some other issues. So until I make my next update video, I'm working on doing my next one to hopefully include some performance measures, maybe some broad jumps. I'm going to do the plyometric box jumps too. Still, I am currently rehabbing a strained calf muscle, my left calf muscle. It's a slight pull. When you get in your 50s, this can happen. I used to never, ever have any issues with my calves, ever. And this year, when I was pushing myself to run a fast mile, and some of it might just be the track or my shoes, there's issues with that too, that can either support basically your feet and gait or when you run. But yeah, I just my calves are feeling tight. It was feeling tight, and I should have listened. I was like, went ahead and just kept running, and yeah, I pulled that muscle there. So things like stretching, got to do that. Start incorporating that more often. Start being more regular and consistent with something as simple as standing calf presses with both the knees locked out and the knees bent. That way you're targeting all of those muscles that are part of that system with the upper calf, the lower, all that area. You want to get it worked. So that's just my situation. I never really had to train my calves as much when I was younger. So it's like other issues. You get older, you need to start paying maybe a bit more attention to certain details. And so on, just like my shoulders, I do a lot of band work now for my shoulders preventatively, the bulletproof shoulder exercise with those band exercises. Why wait till I'm get hurt? Don't want to do that. Preventative. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just basically my calf, it feels a lot better, probably be good here in another week or two, and then I'll be good to go. I'll do some more box jumps and so on. Broad jump, and I'm thinking of something else just that's not typically thought of that people do in their 50s, right? Why stop trying to have explosive power, horizontal power, vertical power? Why stop on lifts that are still where you're as appropriate for your situation? To still not do things that would be, you have this expectation you only do it when you're young and then you get older and you quit. That's not necessarily true. Everybody has their own situation. As it said, you get older when you stop doing certain things. For example, like squats, deadlifts, strength training in general. Stop doing that stuff. Yeah, you're going to age quicker. So you get the idea. I could keep going on that concept. Hope everybody has a good week until I make my next video. Thank you.